The best known man made wonders of the world have become so famous that they're almost like myths. Throughout history, they have left an indelible mark on people's minds and their language. To be able to belong to this group of world's most famous wonders, these sites have demonstrated remarkable technological achievements which resulted in the most beautiful and grandest buildings and monuments. Welcome to our channel, where we will show you some of the best travel destinations and tips. If you are new here, we're glad you found us. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you for joining us again. Without further ado, let's head straight into the topic of today's video, a digital tour of some of the world's most impressive ancient man-made sites. Number 1. The Pyramid of Cheops. Let's start with the rock star of the wonders of the world, and for a specific reason, the only survivor of the infamous original wonders of the world, which we still have the honor of seeing with our own eyes. The Pyramid of Cheops is the largest of the pyramids of Giza, with a height of 150 meters, located among her little sisters and her friend Sphinx. Indeed, the pyramid dates to around 2600 BC and is supposed to be the tomb of the pharaoh Khufu. But, considering the monument's age, it is rather difficult to find written traces that prove some of these theories. Despite its fame, the pyramid still has many mysteries and questions that have not yet been answered. How exactly was it built? Precisely when? Are there any hidden rooms inside the pyramid? Some of the strangest theories involving the pyramid's secrets include extraterrestrial interventions, Atlantean creation, and a vanished but overdeveloped civilization. If you haven't seen this remarkable miracle of the ancient world, be sure to put it on your bucket list. Number 2. Christ the Redeemer in Brazil. With its outstretched arms, the large white statue that protects Rio de Janeiro greets you as you are about to land at the city airport. With its height of 98 feet, it is one of the tallest statues in the world. It is located about 2,296 feet above sea level on the summit of Corcovado. This is considered one of the most recent of modern wonders. It was officially inaugurated on October 12, 1931. The statue is now an iconic place, known everywhere for its simplicity and the universal message represented by its big embrace. But when you climb Corcovado, however, you will understand it better. The ascent is possible with a cogwheel train that crosses the powerful and lush Tijuca forest, the only rainforest to grow inside a city. Arriving at the foot of Christ is breathtaking. You are astounded by the white of its stone, and you are lost looking at the entire city below you. Only from here do you understand why Rio has earned its nickname, Ciudad Maravillosa, the wonderful city. Number 3. Taj Mahal. We are now in the city of Agra in northern India. In 1632, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan had a fairy tale palace built for his beloved wife, Arjuman Banu Begum, known as Mumtaz Mahal, the favorite of the harem, who died at 38, giving birth to their 14th child. Its name, Taj Mahal, means the crown palace, and it represents a mausoleum of incomparable beauty, a tomb built by an inconsolable widower, and a marble hymn to eternal love. The emperor, destroyed by grief, committed all his energy to this enormous project. The construction work lasted 22 years, and about 20,000 people participated, including skilled artisans from 3 continents. 1,000 elephants and buffaloes were employed as a labor force to transport the 12,000 tons of marble and stone from all over the world. The perfection of the finished forms is the result of complex mathematical calculations. Precious stones and gems were set between the walls, and the decorations were entrusted to the greatest calligrapher of all time, Amanat Khan. The result is impressive, and no photographs or reconstructions can come close to the beauty of the mausoleum seen with one's own eyes. Number 4. Petra. All travelers praise the beauty of Petra, and thousands of photos and videos can testify to this admiration. But when you make the trip and find yourself in front of the pharaoh's treasure, you realize that nothing you have seen or read has prepared you for that moment when you see this sight with your own eyes. Petra is a pink stone marvel. This archaeological site is located in Jordan, about 250 kilometers from the capital Amman. When the sun rises, the thousand polychrome shades of this ancient city's stone take your breath away. Don't miss this place at night, when hundreds of candles illuminate El Kazne, and the silence is interrupted only by Bedouin music. In addition to being one of the 7 modern wonders, Petra is considered an unmissable destination, a magical journey every person should make once in a lifetime. Number 5. The Coliseum. Known in ancient times as the Flavian Amphitheater and located in the center of Rome, it is the largest arena in the world and, like the other world wonders, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Built in the Flavia da Vespasiano period and inaugurated by Titus in 80 AD, it is an ellipse measuring 527 meters in perimeter with a height of 48.5 meters. The arena was the size of a football field and had an estimated capacity of between 50,000 and 70,000 spectators. It was originally stark white, had 4 floors, with 80 huge arches along the first 3 floors. The Coliseum of now is nothing but the skeleton of its former glory. It has been standing for 2,000 years, but was built in less than 10. How did the Romans do it? It took 100,000 tons of travertine and 300 tons of iron. The slope of the steps was 37 degrees, allowing an excellent view from all sectors. These steps mirrored the social category. At the top, the poor peasants were seated, with a different sector reserved for women, and the more you went down, the higher your social status climbed. In the front row sat magistrates, vestals, priests, and senators. At the apex, the Colosseum had a crown of 240 imposing poles. They were used to support the velarium, a huge cover designed to shelter the spectators from the sun. The show followed a specific program. The opening was usually the beasts. There were hunts and fights between animals. For example, an elephant was tied to a bull. And then the acrobats jumped on them, careful not to get bitten. Armed warriors then faced lions, bears, and leopards. And let's not forget that the Colosseum was a place of public executions. Those condemned to death were thrown to the beasts next, who were trained to attack humans. The criminals were thieves, murderers, rapists. At the end of the show, there were gladiator fights, a real riot of blood and violence. Under the Colosseum, there were 2 underground floors where the cages with the animals and the gladiators were kept, and from which the special effects appeared. The Colosseum fell into disuse in the 6th century BC with the decline of the Roman Empire. Over the centuries, its arches hosted shops, artisans, brotherhoods, hermits, hospitals, and even a cemetery. Number 6. Machu Picchu. This next wonder of the modern world is located in Peru, where the Andean hills and dense vegetation guard the secrets of the Inca Empire. The buildings at Machu Picchu were probably built and occupied by a ruler named Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui, reigned 1438 to 71. His construction style suggests that he may have been the one responsible for these beautiful structures we see today. The impressive ruins of this ancient civilization are a rare find. The high level of preservation and general layout make for an interesting discovery, as does the fact that it was once surrounded by dozens of agricultural terraces connected by an intricate system of aqueducts. Be sure to rest the day before you take on this climb, because you must be the first to climb it, so you need to be fast. You must be there before sunrise when only a few hundred tourists are there with you. Leave at night and wait for the site to open because by 11, the noise produced by over 1,000 souls is deafening. Before the others, enjoy the sunrise sitting on the lawn, immersed in silence, and wipe your eyes several times because when the sun rises, your eyes will often blur. Number 7. Chichen Itza. We are now in Mexico, north of the Yucatan Peninsula. Here stands one of the most beautiful and well-preserved Mayan architectural complexes of all. Chichen Itza, the 4th wonder of the modern world by seniority. This city was founded in 600 AD in a context that lent itself well to the settlement of a community, as it was built near natural water wells called cenotes. In the epoch of maximum splendor, it exceeded 35,000 inhabitants. It is a site full of mystery that still serves surprises to this day. Known as El Castillo, it was the temple of the feathered serpent god, Kukulkan. Probably built around 800 AD, it represents the Mayan calendar. On each of the four sides, the seasons, there is a staircase made of up to 91 steps, which, when added to those on the platform above, equals 365 total steps, like the days of the year. The stairways are adorned with long, feathered snakes. During the days of the spring equinox, a curious optical effect can be observed. The feathered snake, with the lights of dawn, seems to come to life. There's another curiosity here. El Castillo is kind of like a stacking doll, where it contains two other pyramids inside. The last one, which was built first, was recently discovered, along with the fact that the building was built right over a cenote. This small pyramid measures 10 meters in height, the second 20, and the third, the one we can admire, 30. The surprises in Chichen Itza are not over. We know that the Maya were wise scholars of the sky. Therefore, an observatory was built here, El Caracol. It was called this way because inside there's a spiral staircase. The name means the snail. This is certainly a place to see, but following very precise rules dictated by the stars and studied in detail to observe the sky. There is much more to see, discover, and study in this incredible complex nestled in the Yucatan jungle. Mysteries will remain trapped in the rubble, and who knows, maybe the sands of time will sooner or later unveil these secrets to light. Number 8. Great Wall of China. Among the most spectacular monumental works ever made by man is the Great Wall of China. With its 8,851 kilometer length, its huge stone snake crosses the northern regions of China from east to west, starting from the border with North Korea to the remote province of Xinjiang. Today, part of the UNESCO World Heritage and listed among the wonders of the world, it remains the emblem of Chinese imperial power. The wall was built over 2,000 years ago, at the Qin dynasty's behest, to hinder the Mongol threats' incursions. Despite the very long period it took for its construction, the last works ended only in 1644. Many sections of this mammoth project are incomplete, as some villagers stole many materials to build their own houses. However, this has given rise to places out of the ordinary and full of decadent charm. One among them is the enchanting ruins of Simitai. The best stretch to see is Badaling, located just 70 kilometers from the capital city of Beijing. Its fame also makes it the spot most besieged by tourists. This is why it is not advisable to visit it on weekends or holidays when the turnout is so high that it is almost suffocating. The best thing to do is leave early in the morning from the train station north of Beijing to reach your destination before the endless line at the ticket office. The world is full of wonders, and despite the grandeur of the places mentioned in this video, many other treasures are scattered worldwide, waiting to be seen and discovered. So which place on today's list was your favorite? Comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, you're definitely going to love this other video from our channel. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want more content like this. See you soon, and until then, bon voyage.